Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 16 to the power of x is equal to x to the power of 2. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by taking the power of 1 over 2x on both sides. So I get 16 to the power of x to the power of 1 over 2x is equal to x to the power of 2 to the power of 1 over 2x. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So we can use this property for both of these terms. 16 to the power of x to the power of 1 over 2x is equal to 16 to the power of x times 1 over 2x. And x to the power of 2 to the power of 1 over 2x is equal to x to the power of 2 times 1 over 2x. Now, the x and x cancel out on my left-hand side because they multiply out. So I'm left with 16 to the power of 1/2 on my left-hand side. And for my right-hand side, the 2's cancel out. So I'm left with x to the power of 1 over x. Now, my goal is to turn the left side to be in the form some number to the power of 1 over that number, so we can make that number our solution. Well, right now, this means that 16 and 2 have to turn into the same number. So we need to rearrange this so that 16 and 2 are the same number. So to do that, (16) is the same thing as 4 squared. So I'm going to rewrite it as 4 squared. So I have 4 squared to the power of 1/2 is equal to x to the power of 1 over x. And now remember, these two multiply. 2 times 1/2 is just 1. So I'm left with 4 is equal to x to the power of 1 over x. Now 4 is the same thing as -2 squared. And 2, our exponent here, I can rewrite as 1 over -1/2. And I have this times -1. So I have 1 over -1/2 times -1. And remember, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So this -1, I'm going to move to be an exponent of -2. So I get -2 to the power of -1 to the power of 1 over -1/2 is equal to x to the power of 1 over x. And -2 to the power of -1 is 1 over -2. So my solution here is -1/2. Alright, so in this problem, I have 500 to the power of 500 divided by 250 to the power of 250. So, to solve this, what I'm first going to do is rewrite this as 500 to the power of 250 plus 250 over 250 to the power of 250. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 500 to the power of 250 plus 250 is going to equal 500 to the power of 250 times 500 to the power of 250. And I have all of this over 250 to the power of 250. Now this is the same thing as 500 to the power of 250 times 500 to the power of 250 over 250 to the power of 250. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is equal to a over b to the power of m. So in this case, I have 500 to the power of 250 over 250 to the power of 250, and I can rewrite that as 500 over 250 to the power of 250. Now, this is equal to 500 to the power of 250 times 2 to the power of 250. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m times b to the power of m, this is equal to a times b to the power of m. So in this case, a is 500, b is 2, and of course, m is 250. So I get 500 times 2 to the power of 250, which is equal to 1000 to the power of 250. And this is the same thing as 10 to the power of 750.